Let's talk about skill-based matchmaking and how you can get easier lobbies. I'll be talking about a couple of different methods. Some methods that the top streamers and YouTubers use every single day to get incredibly easy lobbies. You've probably seen those gameplays where they drop hundreds of kills. It's because of these methods I'm about to share with you. Before I do continue, if you guys want to see more content like this, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss out on the next upload. I always like to keep it real with you guys and help you out as much as possible without all of the BS and fluff. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is how skill-based matchmaking actually works. In a lot of the older Call of Duties, a lot of people would simply tank their KDs and just keep dying over and over again and just make their KD really low. And that used to be very, very efficient because that's how the skill-based matchmaking worked. The lower your KD was on that account, the lower KD lobbies you'd be put into. However, over the last few years, they have changed it because they realized a lot of people were doing this. So to kind of beat this system, what they base it off now is your last 5 games played. So let's say, for example, you are going for your camos. You play 5 games with a rocket launcher going for camos and you do absolutely terrible. After those 5 games are up, you will get put into a bunch of easy lobbies for the next 5 games. But then let's say for the next 5 games, you try your hardest to just do as best as you possibly can. After those 5 games are up, you're going to be put into some incredibly sweaty lobbies. But matchmaking in Call of Duty is actually a lot deeper than you think. There's been a lot of rumors and a lot of leaks that skill-based matchmaking goes far, far deeper than just your KD. It's been heavily rumored and heavily leaked for the last few years that they actually take into notice, you know, everything. How much you move around the map, how your playstyle is, what your movement's like, and they even take into consideration what purchases you've made on the game. So for example, if you've purchased a cool looking weapon, they will put you into lobbies with people who haven't got that skin, because then if they see you kill them with it, they will want to buy it. Anyways, I'm very sorry, I keep rambling on. Let me go ahead and talk about the methods, which is why you're here in the first place. So method number 1 would be to take advantage of those past 5 games. And what you can do is basically play really bad for 5 games, but you want to make sure you take into consideration that you are actually playing the game. For example, I wouldn't recommend just killing yourself over and over again for 5 matches in a row because they can detect this. What you guys are going to want to do instead is basically run around the map like a complete bot. Use the most random weapons, move around the map like you don't know how to play, and just let people eliminate you, but make sure you do get a couple of kills. Once you've done that for 5 matches in a row, or you can even continue and keep doing it for even more matches if you want the lobbies to get even better, I guarantee you the lobbies will definitely be a lot easier for the next 5 matches. But once you've sweated out in those 5 matches, they will get harder again. The second method I have is for when you are playing with a squad. What I would recommend doing is making sure the person with the lowest KD hosts the match. This has been done for years and years. I used to do this when I was younger on some of the older Call of Duties with all of my friends, and whoever had the lowest KD, we'd always make sure they host the match, and it does work. It is quite effective. It's not going to be effective if you know, everyone has a similar KD. So if you have like 3 people with like a 1.2, a 1.3, and like a 1.25, I would still get the person with the lowest KD to host the match, but you're not really going to notice a massive difference with the lobbies because those KDs are pretty similar. But if you have that one friend who has a very low KD, get him to host or her to host because it's going to make the lobbies a lot easier. Another method that works quite well is playing a game and then at the end of the match, go to the scoreboard, open it up, and look who did the worst. Look who did the worst, look who got the least score, the least amount of kills, the most deaths, and you want to go ahead and session join them whenever they load into their next match. Because they've searched for that lobby on themselves, you will get put into their lobbies, and if they've done bad, then their lobbies are probably pretty easy. The methods I've just talked about are all of the methods that anyone can do. However, the next couple of methods I'll be talking about are the methods that all of the big YouTubers, etc. are using, and these methods are very, very efficient, which is why you see all of these YouTubers getting insane gameplays against people who pretty much don't even know how to shoot. So you've all probably heard of the term reversed boosting, and that is what we're going to talk about next. So what a lot of these YouTubers are basically doing is buying another console, buying 2 copies of the game, and then making a new account, which is going to be their bot account. On this new account they've just made, they'll then play a couple of different matches, and they will make sure that they do incredibly bad, and I mean incredibly bad, to the point where they get matched up against people who literally don't even know how to use a controller. Once they've played a bunch of matches and the statistics are really bad, they will then search for a game on this account, and then on their main account they will session join this bot account once it gets into a lobby. So the lobby that they get into is going to be completely based off of this bot account, because there's no link, because the main account with all of the good statistics, etc., they're joining once the lobby's already been found. Once they've joined the bot lobby off of their main account, they will then back the bot account out of the lobby, and they'll have that lobby all to themselves. And then at the end of the match, it obviously gets disbanded, and they will just keep doing this over and over again. So once every match is over, they will search for another match on the bot account, and then they'll rejoin it, and they'll just keep doing it all day long. So yeah, that pretty much summarizes it. That is the method that all of these big YouTubers are using to get these extremely easy lobbies. So the next time you see one of those insane gameplays, it's most probably because they've done this. And that pretty much summarizes it for the video. Thank you for watching, enjoy, and subscribe for more. Peace out.